My name is Erling Martinez. I was born in Puebla, in a small town called Tehuixingo. When I was 6 months old, my mom brought me to the U.S. She brought me to Hollywood, and that's where I grew up. That's where I was raised, and that's my entire juvenile life that I grew up there. All my life, I actually been in jail. My entire life, pretty much since I was 15 years old. And then after I paroled, I still ended up getting in trouble. Did a lot of things. I was doing a lot of fraud because I'm from Hollywood, so I want to live that Hollywood lifestyle that I see, especially with being part of a gang. We're doing a lot of extortions, racketeering, and stuff like that. So that ended up sending me back to jail. So I kind of stretched out another 3 years out of there. Throughout that time, I had my kids. I got married. I had 2 kids. I have 2 kids. I'm sorry. They're in the United States. They're still in Hollywood. The last year I was in America, it was a really rough year. It was a good year, which it was kind of confusing because I was doing great. I was actually off parole, but I still had these pending cases because I'm a 2-striker in California. So I was wasting a lot of the money that I was getting on lawyers and extensions, and I had cases in the state and federal cases. Got custody of my kids. I had half custody of my kids. I was buying them everything. I had my own place. I had my own business. I was a spokesman for a company. I was actually working with movie stars. I was detailing their cars. Did a lot of famous people. That year, I actually signed my deportation because I had one of my cases. It was either I was going to get convicted. I was going to get convicted of my cases, and I was not going to be free again. So I decided to just sign my deportation and start a new life. This is like my second chance here in Mexico, so I want to make it work. Even though I feel like I'm a bad father just because I'm over here and I'm kind of enjoying life, so I feel guilty because I'm free and I'm enjoying life. I always get into fights with my kid's mom. Like, even though I do send money from here, which is hard to send money from Mexico to the United States. Obviously, the currency is a lot different. We still get into fights all the time just because she was, like I said, she was accustomed to asking me for money, and I would give her, asking me for things, and I would give them, just to be on the good side, because I know I had half custody of my kids. Now that I'm out here, it's like, yeah, I feel guilty because, not that I party all the time, but I'm enjoying freedom. And this is my constant battle that I have with her is that, like, well, if you really love your kids, why don't you just come back? And I think that kind of gets in my head too, because, like, I do love my kids. Like, I feel like you're testing my love for my kids. And that's just things that I struggle with. Like, the love for my kids. How do you deal with that? How do I deal with that? How do, like, calling them every Sunday is not enough, My kids are still young, so sometimes they don't even want to talk to me, They're on the phones, or they're on Fortnite, or playing the little games. It's like, I call every Sunday just to talk to you guys, and sometimes you guys aren't even available for me, But then, to their mom, it's like, when they don't want to talk to you. They don't love you. They forgot about you. You're not here. What do you expect? So that's my constant struggle all the time. Like, do I really love my kids? Is the love that I show them, is it sufficient for them? Will it be in the future? I don't know. I'm taking one day at a time. That's the only way I know how to do it. Take one day at a time and see, maybe in the future I could have them here. I know that I'm not going to go to America, just because of circumstances, obviously. And I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to put myself in that situation. So I have to make it work here. This is my second chance. So I got to make it happen here.